Hey you guys, I'm back with another video for you guys. This time it's going to be animals um, that I showed you earlier. So this is not a mandatory video. You can watch this at any time. You can do it at any time. Well, all of them you can, but this particular video is not part of the course. It's just something extra that I was doing for you guys. And I showed you the animals. We did the penguin. And so that's the penguin, and we have a bear, and then we have that little ducky, and then the bumblebee, and maybe a ladybug. Maybe. Depends on our timing. So I have already rolled out my white for the front of the penguin. So I've cut out with a round cutter, or you can use a large decorating tip like I did. And then the belly, the front of the belly. So I've done that part already. So I'm moving on to the body. I have some black fondant that I have rolled into a log. I'm going to show you. So you want a little log here, and put my white pieces aside. So we got that. So I'm going to cut this in half. So this half is going to be the body. And so from the other half, we're going to cut it in half again. This quarter of a piece is going to be the head. And then we're going to take this and cut it in half again. Okay? And the purpose of doing this is for you to try to get as even possible pieces as you can. So we're going to start with the body here. We're going to start always rolling it into a nice smooth ball. So hopefully no one else calls me again. My phone just rang. Get it nice and smooth, as smooth as you can get it. And then once you get it in a ball, you're going to take it and just kind of put your hand like halfway across the ball, or your finger, and just start rolling just one end. Rolling one end. See that? So we're changing the shape. See that? So we want it to where the top of it is thinner than the bottom. So take it and roll it. Just that tip, the very top, till you get it the size that you want. So I think that's good enough. Let me flatten that, stand that up. So, and then we're going to roll the head. Might as well roll everything out first. This is his head. Just a simple ball. And then the wings, you're going to roll in a ball. And then you're going to roll it kind of like you did the body till you get a point. You see that? So I rolled it like a, what is that like? I don't know. And so then you're going to take it and smash it. You're going to kind of flatten it some. See that? A little crack, but so it's flattened. And just kind of play with that. Get that little point on the little wing there. And massage just a little bit more here. Roll in the ball, then roll it to a cone shape. And let's flatten it out. See that? Do that one over. Get it a little smoother. So don't be scared to start over. If you know it's not looking right, start over. And my fondant and gum paste is like kind of old. and a little on the dry side. So flatten that out. So you may have to add a little shortening to it to get it. So you can use gum paste with the Tylose powder. You can use gum paste by itself. Fondant with the Tylose powder, or the gum paste by itself, or half and half, or you can use fondant if that's what you have. If you don't have it, then you gotta do what you gotta do. So we're gonna take this Q-tip and I'm dipping it in my glue that I had the other day for my flowers. Still have the same glue. I just covered it up. And so we're gonna stick this. I'm gonna break this off because it's probably gonna go all the way down. So I'm gonna stick this in there. See that? And put a little bit more glue on my toothpick here. Push it down a little more. I'm gonna put the head on here. See that? Put my head on there. And so once you get the head on there the way you want it, let's lay it down. And let's put this face on here. Let's see if it's gonna work. It's kind of big, but it'll work. So give it a little painting with the gum glue. Goodness. So I kind of prefer the gum glue because it doesn't run like if you had water. So we're going to do the same thing with the wings. Put a little glue on there and put it to his body. So I would suggest probably to measure your wings so they're not too long. But for the sake of time, we're going to leave this. I think it's okay. Kind of thick, but that's okay. Those are his wings. And now let's lay them down and do the body. Put the little round part on there. Get a little water. So I got a little black on my white, so I'm gonna wipe it off with a little paper towel and water. Okay, so I'll let you guys see him so far. So now this is where you can use the edible markers to make his eyes. If you want to, you can make them, theatrical with some, a smile. It's up to you. And his eyes. I think I'm gonna give mine a little smile. See? You see a smile? And so now we're gonna move on to the beak. The beak and the feet. So the beak is just a very tiny piece. See how tiny that is? It's orange. It looks yellow in the thing. And you're just going to take it and make a ball and just create a little point on one end. Okay? Nothing fancy. Put a little dab of glue on there. Put his nose in the middle of his face. His feet are just little teardrops. So I'm taking 2 little pieces of fondant. You don't have to be really big, unless you want them really big. 2 round balls. Make it into a little teardrop. And then flatten it out. Okay? See that? One more. And we're done with him. flatten it out a little bit, a lot of bit. So for him, we're going to put a little gum glue on the bottom towards the front of him, and put his feet on. You're going to put the pointy side towards the back. Okay, there he is. Boom. So that's a little penguin. He's happy. If I had time, I'd put a top hat on him. But all right, so moving on, let's move to the next one. So the next one is going to be the bear. So I'm gonna try to move kind of swift with it. I'm not going to do the bear laying down. Let's do more of a sitting up bear. Let's make him sitting up. So all right, let me take a look at this off. Let's see if this is going to be enough. No. Okay, so I'm going to use all of this. So let's take this, do it like we did with the penguin. Let's roll him in a log. In a log, and let's try to cut it in half. Let's do this. This is the body. And cut it in half again. This is going to be his head. And so this one we have to really split up, because we have so this will be his arms, and this will be his legs. So we still need a little bit for his tail and his ears. So I'm going to take just a little sliver off of here for the ears and the tail. That should be good enough. Don't need much. Okay, so that's good. And I have the lighter portion for the front of his face. Okay, so let's start with the body. Roll it in a ball. Nice, neat. Oh boy. So once you get it in the ball, start kind of rolling it, kind of like an egg shape, with the top part a little slimmer than the bottom. So this will be the top of the body. So we got that. Let's roll the head. His head is kind of big, but that's okay. That is okay. Okay, guys. Okay. So we got his head. So I'm going to put them together as I'm working, okay? So let's get him to where he's sitting flat. Put that in there, all the way down. Put the head on, all the way. Okay. So the legs are, let's do the legs first. So the legs, we roll in a ball, and then we're going to do it kind of a tube-like. So like a tube, sausage, whatever you want to call it. And then you're just going to kind of take it. Well, let's roll up both of them out first, so we'll make sure they're same length. So roll them out, both out. Let's get them to as close to the same length as possible. And then you're just going to take it and kind of give it a little bend to make his feet. It's up to you if you want to make toes. It's up to you. So here it is. Sorry, you guys. Okay. So let's take these. Like I said, if you want to put some little marks in it for the toes, and so just kind of flatten the feet out a little bit here. I mean the legs. The leg is kind of fat. Okay. Put them together. We're gonna do them kind of like that. Okay. So let's flatten that a little bit more so he lays a little flatter on the board there. We don't want him to fall over. So put a little glue on there. bring them together or turn them outwards, whichever way you want to do it. Or if you choose to, you can lay him down. So we're going to keep him up though. I got to prefer him up. So she's trying to rock back, but no rocking back. I'm putting little toe marks here on there. I don't know if you guys can see his little toes. I'm trying to leave them to the side. Okay, so now the arm, same way. Try to make sure your pieces are as even as possible. So let's roll that. And the tube again. Nothing fancy about the arms. Yep. We're not making elbows because it's, you know, it's an animal. It's a toy animal, I guess you can call it. There. So I'm actually going to stretch this a little bit. So, and lift the head up some. Let me take the head off for a minute. Let's take the head off. That's why I say it's best to watch the whole video, just in case I backtrack on something. Put a little glue there. Put the arm there. And decide if you want to, you know, how you want to lay his arm. So there. And turn him around. There he is. So if you want to put the arms more close to the body, you can glue it to the body. You know, like he's holding his belly or something. If you were doing Pooh Bear, you can put some honey, a pot of honey in his hands, maybe. Of course, it'd have to be a different color. Okay, so I got his head on there. He looks a little human-like, but once we put his snout on, he'll start, and his ears on, he'll start looking more and more like a bear. Okay, so let's do the ears. So hopefully my ears about the same size. So roll your ears out, make sure they're about the same size. You know. And so once you make a round ball for your ears, that's kind of small, but I'm gonna make a tail, the tail while I'm at it. So the tail is just a round ball also. Okay. Skinny up his arms up here. Alright, so I got those 3 balls. So one is going to go in the back for the tail. Okay. Got that recentered. Then the ears, you're going to take a balling tool for the round ball and just press a rounded hole in the ear, and then flatten that bottom, or not, it's up to you. Depends on how hard it is to get it to stay up here. So let's put him some ears on top of his head. See that? And turn it around. There's it. Okay. Alright. So let's get his snout on. So the snout, if you want, we can roll this out. So your snout needs to be a little lighter than the rest of the bear. Let's roll that out. that may be too big. Ooh, hot. Okay, so I found a cutter that looked like it'll work. Okay. Okay, I think that'll work. So we're just going to take it, and just flatten it out a little bit more, not much. And so in the middle of it, you're going to take a tool and make a line halfway down. And then you're going to take your balling tool and make his mouth. See that? Can you see that? I'm going to put it on his face for now. That's good. Turn him around so you can see him. There. So let's do a little more balling there. And then right here, let's make that indent a little more defined. Okay, we're getting there. All right. And lastly, we got to make a black nose. So this is just a round ball for the nose. Here's your gum glue. We're going to put his nose. Let me make sure his face is down low enough. Put his nose right there. There. And then we're going to take our marker. So you have the option. You can make little balls for the eyes. Or you can just, here I'll make little balls of fondant. Fondant eyeballs. How about that? Well, you can just draw it off like I did with the penguin. So it's up to you. Yep. So if you make fondant eyeballs, I would suggest you use something and poke like little holes to where the eye is supposed to go. And put your glue there, a little bit of glue in there. Put the eyeballs on if you want something that stands out a little bit more. That's my eyeball. Alright, you guys, I'm trying to do this video in under 30 minutes or close to it. So, if I want to, I can add some eyebrows. Okay? So that's our bear. I'm not going to put a flower. You can create a flower to go in his lap or anything, I guess. You know, it's up to you to be creative. Okay? So we're going to move him aside. Let's move all this out the way. And so I'm going to try to do these bumblebees really quick. The bumblebee and the ducky real quick. Okay? I'm going to try to do it in less than 5 minutes. So the ducky here, I'm rolling it in a ball. Nice ball. Then I'm going to roll it into a log again. And instead of half being cut off, we're going to do, so this is the half mark, we're going to do a little less than, maybe I shouldn't have done it like that. Let's see. About a quarter off, I guess. Okay? For the head. This is the head. Head is just a round ball. Body is a, start off round, and then you form it into a teardrop shape. Like that. And then once you do, you're just going to kind of maneuver and manipulate that tail till it kind of curls up a little bit, okay? Real simple. So whenever you're doing characters, it's all about the shape. So if you want to, you can, may not need a toothpick for this because it's kind of short. So I'm gonna put a little gum glue on his head, on his body. I'm gonna put his head on there. So we're almost there. Now all you need is a little bit of orange for the beak. A little bit of orange for the beak. Okay. Roll it to a point like a little teeny weeny carrot. Let's try that again. Okay. Ooh, there it is. There it is. So put a little glue on there. Roll on the face. Turn around. Let's put his little beak on there. If you want to, you can put some wings on them, or not. If you choose to do wings, you just kind of need to let's get that beak on. You just need to do a real small teardrop shape and flatten it out like we did with the penguin and put it on the side. So I'm going to do the bumblebee. If I have time, I'll come back and do the wings for the ducky. So for the bumblebee, we're going round again, and this time we're going to make it kind of shaped like a big jelly bean, I guess you could say. You know. See that? So, alright. Real easy. And so you can go and take your marker. You can do fondant for the lines, but it's kind of hard to get them real skinny. So I'm drawing. So it takes a little. Okay. I have a fine tip. So this is an edible marker. If you do not have an edible marker, you can use a regular marker. Just don't eat it. And so I'm gonna put some eyes there. A little bee. And last for the bee, we make some wings. So now this is real tiny. So you're gonna take some white fondant and make some nice tiny wings. Roll it in a teardrop shape in the ball, teardrop shape, and flatten it out. See that? And then right at the top, maybe in between like the first two lines, you can put your wings on there. So I hope you guys can see that. Alrighty. So that's our little bumblebee. Our little ducky. Okay, I got 1 minute. And make some wings real quick. I'll try to. Take a ball. Roll it out. Teardrop. And flatten it. Okay. Same thing. Teardrop. That's my teardrop shape. Okay. Flatten it. And if you want, you can take a tool and just kind of make it kind of rough looking. I probably should have used a knife. Okay. Never you mind. Okay. Alright. Trying to watch my time. Almost there, you guys. So this is it. All the animals that you can go for it and try. Our bear, our penguin, our bumblebee, So hopefully you all can give it a try. It looks like a lot of work, but once you learn the concept of creating shapes to make them into other shapes, it'll make it a little bit easier for you. All right, you guys, thank you. Good luck. Try it. Post them if you choose to, and let me know how it works. Bye-bye.